Hey there guys, my name is Justin Coleman. I'm a nature photographer and a member of Trails of Freedom, which is a hiking organization dedicated to sustainable travel. Now I'd like to say hello to everyone out there at everytrail.com and welcome you today to Broad Brook Trails. Now this is the name I've given to the trails. As far as I know, they don't actually have an official name. And I call them the Broad Brook Trails because they essentially circumnavigate the Broad Brook Reservoir in the area of Cheshire, Connecticut. Now the trails here alternate between meadows, conifer forests, and deciduous woodlands. So there's a good deal of environmental diversity packed into this small space. Nonetheless, these trails are nothing particularly extraordinary. They're relatively characteristic of most of the woodland trails that you would expect in Connecticut. You're not going to find any strange geology. You're probably not going to find too many woodland creatures. For the most part, I come here to photograph wildflowers. That's what originally brought me to the Broad Brook Trails. But, of course, you could do other things here, like walk your dog, or just enjoy the quietude of the trails. Now, some things to keep in mind. Broad Brook Reservoir may not be enormous, but it's certainly no pond. You may not really be interested in circumnavigating the entire thing, and as you can see by the GPS map that I've included, I decided to only go a short ways into the woods. There just happened to be no particularly spectacular wildflowers blooming today. By and large, what you can expect from Broad Brook Trails is a nice, quiet woodland hike. And there's something to be said for that. This is a pretty nice place that feels very remote, despite being surrounded on all sides by suburban areas. It's also important to remember that this is a public watershed. Whatever pollutants are left out here may just wind up in somebody's kitchen sink one day. So, while you're at Broad Brook Trails, please try to abide by the Leave No Trace policy. It's the best way to ensure that Broad Brook Reservoir remains clean and pure, not only for the animals and the plants that live here, but also for the people that depend upon this place for their drinking water. If you'd like to learn about more trails in Connecticut and elsewhere, feel free to take a look at the Trails of Freedom website at trailsoffreedom.com. And if you'd like to browse some of my photography, much of which is taken right here in Connecticut, you can find me online at jgcoleman.com. And of course, you can always find a running list of all the hikes that I've created GPS maps for right here at everytrail.com. Thanks for joining me out here at Broad Brook Trails. Hope you have a good time if you manage to get out.